Hello, everybody. Afternoon rugby. There's a fly on the camera. The bugleist. Oh, Alaran, you're right, man. He mucked it up there. He's gonna have nightmares about that one, and it was zoomed in right on his face. He recovered, but geez, ouch. Tough. How is everybody doing? Happy Anzac Day for you Aussies and Kiwis out there. Thanks for Blake for reminding me the game started at 3:30, not at 3 o'clock. But Kyan's been watching the build-up. Anyway, Crony's back in the Blues. Tom, the Crusaders. Tamo reckons the Blues maybe. Patrick's watching from Philly. How's it going? Let's hope Caleb Clark has a good one. Curtis, Blues man, good. Novmum is here, still buzzing over the Chiefs. Novmum, have you decided who you want to win this one? Hollywood is in Manitoba. Got your beer. Cheers, man. And you're ready to cap off a fantastic weekend of rugby. Let's hope this game lives up to it. Dwayne says quality title. I've gotten a bit experimental with the titles. What can I say? Novmum and Alaran are both Chiefs fans asking each other who they're going to go for. No dumb penalties, says Nice Food. But that's what we do, man. That's what we do as Blues fans. We do dumb penalties. Shonix here, man. It says Golden Point. Let's see. I hope not, because that'll get in the way of my dinner. Alaran wants the Blues. A home final opportunity. There you go. Grant's here, man. How is it going, buddy? Wallabies is a Blues man for this one. Let's do that then. Blues. Crusaders means Chiefs have a good chance of getting to the final. Blues means better chance of getting a home final. There you go. That's the equation. Crusaders get a hiding. Hopefully, Dwayne. Whew. I'd take a 1-point win. A hiding, probably. A 1-point win is probably already too much to ask, to be fair. Ricardo's back in the Blues man as well. Good man. And we are about to have kickoff. Referee's blowing his whistle. We are underway. Sam Derry has received the kickoff. Crusaders are doing... We're going to do... Crusaders are doing to VCs. Taylor and Heavily. Oh, vice captains. Oh, yes. That's right. 2 VCs. Yes, that's right. Rio Gamers, Chiefs man wants the Crusaders to win to secure the final. If the Blues win, I'm hoping for a home final so you can get tickets. Good man. Star Leo is here as well. Bloody hell. Back for the advantage for the Crusaders as they take a shot at a droppy. Star Leo, how are you going, man? Remember the Rebels start last night, Wallabies? Yes, they'd already scored points by this point. Messy, that one was for the Tars. What can we say? We'd already had a try on the board by this stage. Fear for the Blues today. Oh man, who knows? I'm not optimistic, but I've been picking them wrong all week, so why not continue? Looking forward to hopefully a good game, Star Leo. I hope for a good game as well. A minute and 45 we are in. This lady in the background pouring a whole bunch of popcorn into a KFC bucket. That's a lot of popcorn. You can probably hear my children outside. My son was doing well in his first term of school, so we got him a bike with training wheels. So he's out there riding around in the driveway, and my daughter is on a scooter. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Here's trouble. George Bridge. Blues have got coverage there. Taleo gets him. Drummond wants quick ball. But he has to jump into that ruck. But not the Blues have maybe turned it over. They have. Ruru gets it to Talia. We need a good exit now here, please, Blues. Please. Please. Argentina's watching it live through ESPN Extra. They also have it on ESPN Fans if you guys are in the States or have got a VPN. Happy Anzac Day to Kiwis and Aussie, says Johnny. Cheers, man. Yeah, it's a weird one because it's on a Sunday. It doesn't really feel like Anzac Day, but as soon as there was like a DC-10 World War II transport plane flying over my house and Hercules and stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, it is Anzac Day. Physical game, reckons Randy. We will see. Is that rain? But it's sunny outside. I've still got clothes on the line. What? There's literally blue clouds, blue sky out there. Stan's 30 seconds in front of me. Try to keep it down. Okay. Well, Stan will be 20 seconds in front if you count the delay. And then there's a little delay until I can see your comments because I'm not in YouTube. I'm on a streaming platform thingy. So you should be good. It might be about the right timing. ESP Fans is not up yet. What? That can't be right. We're 4 minutes and 10 seconds in. The Blues have been camped in their own half for pretty much the entire game so far. Man, it really is raining. My clothes are getting wet outside. I hope my wife has seen that. I just saw a comment about Blues' poor defense. Oh, no. No, no, no. Just drawing on my hat. Oh my goodness. Will bloody Jordan. He must have been greased up or something because nobody could lay a finger on him. How many does he beat? He beats 2 forwards. He beats Plummer. He beats Talia. Where the hell's Perifetta? Goodness me. You can't hate a guy with those skills, Ben. You can't. My missus is outside, so she should be the one looking after the washing, but I won't say anything because, yeah, I'm in here watching the rugby, so if I said to her if you got the clothes in, she might ask me to do it, so I'll keep my mouth shut. Oh, where's Gaz's advice? Tackle! Just tackle, guys, for goodness sake, you're allowed to tackle Will Jordan. Anyway. He is very skilled. Even he, look at that look on his face. Even he's like, holy crap, did you see how I did that? Unbelievable. Do they know this is not Ripper Rugby? Anyway, this is going to be a long day for you, isn't it, Mark? I don't know why I'm streaming at Starleo. I'm a sucker for punishment. Why am I doing this to myself? He's nailed the conversion, so it's 7 points to 0. Yeah, definitely makes it funnier if you ever get into a fight about it, watching too much. Hard to defend yourself fully dressed in rugby gear, I know. I won't really have a leg to stand on. True Blues man, I know. I know. What can I say? Blues look like the Chiefs from last year. No discipline, can't hold the ball for more than 3 phases with a beast lineup. They started the season relatively well, though, didn't they? What's gone wrong? Oh, God. Here goes Moonga. He's put a chip through for Reese. It's going to be too big. It's going to be too big. Wish we could watch this in Scotland. Yeah, you got to pay it on Rugby Pass, eh? That one's a cost one. Or if you got a VPN, you can jump on ESPN fans. But what Patrick was saying is the stream hasn't started yet. Nov Mum's got the Crusaders by 13. At this point, we might take 13, Nov Mum. We'll see. The missed tackles 6-0 after 8 minutes. Bloody hell, man. Possession 70-30. Territory 90-10. It's only 8 minutes in, but that's not very pretty reading. I think the Blues kind of started where they left off from last year and stayed the same where the other teams have improved. Starleo, that might be right, eh? They seem to have stagnated a bit, eh? But they brought in better players, so they should have gotten better. But I guess it doesn't always work that way. I thought Barrett was solid at fullback last year, but he wasn't doing what Barrett is known for. He was like a really solid territorial kicking from hand fullback, very safe, rather than like get 3 tries and get a try assist, Bowden Barrett. Oh well. Almost 10 minutes in. 9:40 something. Was listening to the Rebels podcast and they said the stand numbers are good. They wouldn't say the numbers though. It's confidential. I hate that kind of crap, Blake, about Super Rugby, how it's all very cloak and dagger about what the attendances are and stuff. I mean, today's crowd's looking good, but when it's a bad crowd, they won't tell you nothing. At least in Australia, the crowd stuff's public information. In New Zealand, they don't collect that information, which is nonsense. Here we go. Come on, Blues. We're actually in the Crusaders half. I don't believe it. One of the Blues guys is out like a light, though, by the look of things. Who is that? It's weird seeing Lala at the Blues. We like taking Chiefs props. What can I say? Hi, Mark. Vamos Blues. Oh, we're behind, man. We need all the Vamos we can get. Said it was sold out for this game, Cora. Yeah, I heard that as well in the build-up. That's good. But it hasn't... How many games have been sold out this year? I don't think any, eh? In Aotearoa. Not like last year where they sold quite a few games out. I guess the novelty's worn off a touch, but it's good that this one's sold out because it's got a bit of meaning to it. Barrett would have been more impactful at 10. Yeah. Oh, it's Talea, the midfielder rather than the winger. Who's down? 1, this one, Cora. Yeah, it's a bit sad, eh? Like, I was at the Hurricanes game, first Aotearoa game at the Eden Park last year, and that sold out with like 50,000 people, but after that... I guess that was partly people like, celebrating the end of lockdown by getting out to go to the rugby. The TMO looks to be having a look at this off the ball hit on Talea by, who is that? Maybe a no arms shot. I can't really hear because my kids are out there on the bikes. Just a penalty? Just a penalty. No yellows for that one, Alaran. I would say unfortunately, but I don't even think the extra man would make a huge difference for the Blues. We'd probably be on with a choker, so let's just stay 15 on 15. Hopefully Plummer gets this. Plummer is not the best goal kicker, I will put that out there. Started like a two-horse race, but now the Chiefs, Highlanders, and Hurricanes can play the Crusaders and get closer. Yeah, at the start of the season, it looked like only the Blues and the Crusaders were in it, and then the Blues quickly fell off the pace, and the Crusaders' wheels have just wobbled a wee bit in the last few weeks. Kia ora, Wallabies. Weren't you here before? Are you kidding me? What did I just say about Harry Plummer's goal kicking? I think I even said in the preview, I hope Peter Feder's kicking. Bloody hell. That wasn't even a particularly hard one, but he made an absolute meal of that. Oh my goodness. If the Blues did that, it'd be a yellow, maybe, mate. Maybe. The Waratahs free-to-air game last night had 53,000 viewers, not counting stand figures. Is that good or is that bad? Woof, says Shona. Good God, says Alaran. Indeed. Crowd's very quiet. The Chiefs crowd are super vocal when you've been, Cora. Yeah, I've been to FMG a few times and the crowd is pretty good, really involved. Eden Park gets a bit quiet, to be honest. Zach doesn't want Gatlin back as head coach. How many years did they sign him up for? I have to go back and look. Oh, penalties conceded is 3-0. So the Blues are missing the tackles, the Crusaders are conceding the penalties. Oh, and the Blues have just lost their own lineup ball. I'm trying to be positive, guys, but the Blues are making it very difficult for me. Very difficult. The stream is on with Spanish commentary, Patrick. Well, at least you can see it. Plummer is your new Blues player to hate nice food. Yeah. Am I going to go to the game next week? Bro, at this rate, I don't feel like going to watch these jokers, but I might. We'll see. Me and the missus are kind of settled into the place now. I should get out there and watch a game. If the Blues win, you must wear a Chiefs jersey to the game next week. A live stream of 2 cents sinking into depression. Oh, man. Hey, why is Otiri Black on? Is that because of Plummer's goal kick? Who's off? Plummer's still on. Was it Talia that's gone off? It means Plummer goes into 12. Oh, it's an HIF for Talia. Okay. You bought a cowbell for next week. Man, Zach, I used to hate the cowbell when I was a kid. Spanish commentary can get pretty exciting. That's true. Nice Food has released Ruru as his least favourite Blues player and has appointed Harry Plummer. You gotta have that one. The Chiefs get a home final. I'm buying a straight away because I need the perfect seat. Aisle 9, row R, seat 197. Bro, you've just let everyone in on your secret. I like that McDonald saw the goal kick and instantly regretted his decision to run Plummer, so he put Black on. That would be hilarious. If he saw that one goal kick and was like, nah, you're done. Go have a shower. Black's on. But no, it's because Talia, after that penalty hit on him, was subbed to get an HIA done. Patrick, I am at 1540. 1540. That's just had a scrum reset. Blues fans hate cowbells, hence why you bought it. They shouldn't let those things into the stadium. The health and safety hazard, surely. Health and safety. There were a few cowbells at the Chiefs v Crusaders game when the Crusaders were kicking for goal. They'd be ringing like crazy. Yeah, I've been to FMG and heard them doing the cowbells. I used to go to Eden Park as a kid against the Auckland Waikato, and the cowbells would be there. Telling you should have been yellowed. Alaran, I thought he should have been yellowed as well, but I was trying not to be all Blues goggly over here. Someone else said that if it had been the Blues, it would have been a yellow. South Africa versus the Lions. Who do you think will win the series? It's so hard to say, man. The Blues have just got a scrum penalty. Something's going right. I need to have a look and see how many South African guys are fit, because I remember a number of big-name South African players have been injured over the last kind of 6 months. Surely sit in the west stand so you can appreciate the cowbell. Talia must have failed his HIA because he is sitting in the stands and he is not coming back on. Right, the Blues are actually on the attack in the Crusaders 22. I don't believe it. I really hope the Crusaders don't give away a penalty, because I feel like our chances at scoring a try are better than our chances of kicking a goal. So Tutu, he's going to go over surely. Will Jordan ain't stopping him from there. Boomfa. Take that. Captain's challenge. What are we looking at? What have you missed, Drunk? Early try to the Crusaders. Will Jordan doing the whole can't touch this thing. And then the Blues look to have just scored, but they're going to check for a potential knock-on in the build-up. It's hit a Blues player's foot, so it's not a knock-on, but then it hits Tui Nukuafe, so maybe they're going to say that's... Oh, man, has he not grounded it? No. What are they looking at, guys? I can't hear nothing. Potential obstruction for Kauli Tuioti? Or is it accidental offside because he's kicked it into a player in front of the ball? Not streaming this game this time, or live commentaries. What have you missed? Yeah. There looks to be maybe something wrong with this try, so I don't think the Blues will get it. Just turn the sound up for a second. Can't hear the ref. So it's hit a red player, not a blue player, so there's no accidental offside. Now we're checking the grounding. It does look short. Can't see anything from that angle. Does he get it down? He looks short to me. Short. I don't think it touched. Looks short. TMO and the Spanish commentary on Patrick's stream went goal. But it's going to be no goal. That looks short to me. Man, that's a long TMO call. It's the right call. There shouldn't have been a try. There probably should have been an accidental offside in the build-up anyway, because I'm pretty sure that hit one of the Blues players. Yeah, Will Jordan again. Couldn't stop him, but he held him up. Very good play. Make a Southern Hemisphere team. Who would you put at fly half? Probably Moonga at the moment. Maybe it'd be a question if Pollard's fit. Sanchez was good the last time we saw the Argentinians play, but I haven't seen him play for ages. Depends on what kind of game you want to play as well, I guess. Remember, the Argentinians like to kick it a lot. Whereas Moonga's more of like a defenders beaten kind of guy. Oh, man. Good take under the high ball for the Crusaders there with sun in the eyes. Crusaders aren't going to kick it yet. They're going to keep running it. Surely there's an exit coming here. Surely. Here we go. Drummond with the box kick. It's a... Oh, man, my daughter. What are they fighting about now? Goodness me, you'd think someone's torturing her. They're probably just fighting about a bloody scooter. Right, the Blues. Here we go. Turnover ball. Can we do anything with it? No, we knocked it on. Okay, no, it's knocked on by a Crusaders hand. Let's keep going. Tuina Kuafe. No. Surely the Blues have knocked it on there. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Randy, I'm with you. What is going on? I got no idea. Apparently none of that was knocked on by anybody. Advantage over for the Crusaders knock on. Thought Havili was offside there, but I'll let it pass, seeing as the Blues didn't knock the ball on. We'll call it even. For the Rugby Championship this year, do you think they will add goal line dropout? Ooh, man, I hope not. I hope not. I don't want to see the goal line dropout in Test Rugby. Crusaders are just being penalised for not rolling away, so the penalty count is looking pretty horrendous, actually. Blues are not going to opt for 3 based on that previous effort, even if Black is on the field. They're going to trust their line out and go for touch. Remember, the Crusaders have the best line out in Super Rugby Aotearoa. They'll probably play World Rugby rules. I reckon so, Rio. I hope so. Hit the like button, says Wallabies. That's true. Always forget to ask. People always remind me. Yes. What is the count at the moment, people? Second chance for a goal. Let's try it, Blues. First step, win line out ball. Come on, Blues, says Khan. Yeah, man. They need to pick up some points pretty soon. 20 likes. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we can get it higher than that, surely. 25. Good. Good, good, good. We can get that higher. Surely. Blues have dominated the last 10 minutes. Come on, Mark. You should not be quite so despondent. They haven't got any points on the board, man. No points on the board. That's what I'm concerned about. Mark, name and shame the guys not leaving a like. I wish I could. I wish I could. Right. The Blues have mauled it. It's got messy, but the Blues have still got possession. Blackadder is tackling up off the deck and then makes the next tackle. He's just got 2 tackles in a row. They're out off that line very quickly. And the Crusaders have won a penalty on their own goal line. Oh, goodness me. Yep. Johnny's going to go watch the UFC main event. Hopefully it's not a one-round jobby, that one. See you in a bit. Not looking good for the Blues. Khan, mate, nah. No finishing, eh? They've evened up the territory numbers, but nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing. Exit play from the Crusaders. Moonga Cook kicks it long. Back to Clark. He's not going to kick it. He's going to run, and he is easily taken. And he's lost the ball. Here goes Sam Whitelock. Drummond, Reese, back to Taylor, who knocks it on. That's uncharacteristic of him this season. Bloody hell, that was close. Crusaders probably should have scored there. They had numbers. We will have a scrum. ESPN stream just switched to New Zealand commentary. Good stuff, Patrick, but that does mean you don't get to have your goal. I'll have to practice it. I'll practice it, and then one of these days I'll do it on a stream. We are 23 minutes and 40 seconds in. Scrum about 7 meters out from the Blues line. It's a Blues feed. They need to get the hell out of here. The scrum is solid enough, but it's messy, and we will reset that one. Randy, yeah, it's on ESPN Fans if you are in the US. That's why I suggested that one in the preview for people who don't have like Rugby Pass or Sky Sports New Zealand or Stan Sports or whatever. Like if you've got a VPN, it's a pretty useful one. Let's just put it that way. Yes, it is on the ESPN Fans. Sorry, I forgot to mention Shonik is right. It's on the YouTube channel ESPN Fans. Right, let's do that scrum again. Sets the scrum. Here's the feed. It's still pretty steady. For some reason, Ruru really didn't want to get it out of there. The Blues are running it back from their own goal line, passing it to the grass. Talea, oh, he tried to get rid of somebody, but that last pass was forward. Alaran, man, tell me not to be despondent again. Goodness me. Goodness me. Blues didn't know what the hell to do there. The scrum was under pressure. They took ages to get the ball out, and then they couldn't decide what they were doing. The Blues 9 is tall for a 9. Hollywood, you're right, man. I've seen him playing club rugby, like playing with amateur guys, and he is like a proper unit. Like, you can see the guys who get paid to train and work out for a living compared to guys who are like, work in an office. Starley is not even a Blues fan, and he is still frustrated. Yes. Yes. Scooter said, I said it before we won our first game. The Chiefs are going all the way. Scooter, man, your boys are doing really well. I can't say the same for mine, unfortunately. What do I think about the 5 Aussie teams playing against the New Zealand teams in Super Rugby, Trans-Tasman and May? Can't, mate. My heart wants it to be tight and close. But my head worries that it'll be a mismatch. My head worries the New Zealand teams just go on to dominate, because we've seen the New Zealand teams all are relatively within, touching distance of each other. On their day, it seems like any of the sides can beat any of the sides. But can you see the Waratahs beating the Hurricanes at the moment? I can't. Don't get too started on Ruru's size. I know I talk about him being a big unit a lot. Oh, man. Seven Reese has just scored a try. Scrum, bounce pass to Moonga. Gets tackled, but he offloads. So good work from them. And then they had to shift it right. One big cutout pass. Reese. Perifera, no chance. No chance. And that's all because the Blues mucked up their bloody exit, man. Anyway. Aileron's given me permission to be despondent. Yeah. Yeah. Don't think the Waratahs, Rebels or Force will pick up any wins, but you hope they can. Well, if the Force can beat the Reds, maybe. But, yeah. Oh, he's missed the conversion. It's only 12-0, not 14. Oh, goodness me. They need a rocket up there, you know what. They need more than a rocket, man. JK used to give them a rocket when he was coach. John Kerwin, you'd see him on the dressing room camera at halftime. He would just rip the snot out of them. It didn't do any good. Force have been defensively tough all year, that's true. Their attack's the one that struggled, but if that guy Oliver Fella can score a hat-trick, then yeah, happy days. Richie Moonga. Man, it was him that put that pressure on Perifera to make that bad pass as well. So he kind of doubly led to that try. What was JK's record as Blues coach? Sean, like it was bad. It was really bad. Really bad. I can't actually remember, but never a winning record. Force might be able to beat the Blues or the Hurricanes, Highlanders on a bad day for those teams. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Like I said, I hope it's competitive. I really want it to be competitive. Man. Crusaders have just run it to halfway from their own 22 from a scrum. But they've lost the ball forward. So here's a chance for the Blues to turn over ball. But it's slow. Olo is on loan from your Leicester Tigers, hence your screen name. Hope he brings back the form in England. Yeah, he's steadily gotten better. The first week he played, he looked really quiet, man, but he's slowly gotten better. And everything just went his way last night, or night before, whenever it was. Captain's challenge for what? Challenge for a neck roll. Can't really blame JK. The Blues had been rubbish for ages. Yeah, he didn't get them any better though. Oh, yeah. That'll be given. That's a neck roll. He can't do that. That's Blackadder on Gibson. Penalty only. Challenge was successful. Even Pat Lam had a crap record, that's true. And then he went on to win stuff everywhere else. JK's win percentage was 35. Yeah, they weren't very good, man. They were not good at all. Of the 25 interlock games, how many wins for Oz, how many for New Zealand? Oh man, I hope it's more than single digits for the Aussies anyway. I worry it might not be. JK was terrible at Japan and Italy as well. You're right, Simon. He was not a good coach. Why the Blues appointed him, it certainly wasn't on his coaching record anyway. Man, we're at 32-45. The Blues are at 5 phases up inside the Crusaders 22. They really need some points on the board here. Desperately. They've just thrown the bloody ball to the Crusaders. I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe it. I do believe it because I'm used to it, but bloody hell, come on. Blues are going to take the throw quickly. Talia's held on to by Havili. It's David. Let's see, Black puts a kick through, but it's well read by Will Jordan. And the Crusaders have got a penalty. Harry Plummer taking someone out off the ball. Nice food. You can hate on him a bit more. Ian Foster had a bad time with the Chiefs. Wait, when they made the final against the Bulls, was he the coach? This hurts to watch, this censor. Yes. I agree. Even an untidy Crusaders lineup looks cleaner than most. Yeah, man. Yeah. If we let the Crusaders score here, I think this game's going to be almost done, man, honestly. I can't see the Blues coming back from 3 scores down. Foster took the Chiefs to a final. Right, I thought so, Simon. Yeah, they went to play the Bulls in Pretoria, got an absolute hiding. We've still got just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. At home here in Perth, the New Zealand team struggle, so we just have to wait and see. And you're a Hurricanes fan. Yeah, it's a long trip to Perth, man, so it certainly takes some winning. A lot of teams struggle in Perth. I mean, just look at the Reds this week. Oh, man, the Blues just can't get any go for a ball. Almost been turned over. What position would a 140 kg, 80 centimeter person play? You would be a prop. Oh man, the Crusaders just turned over the Blues whilst they were actually decently on attack. Nothing's happening. Oh, Moanga almost threw a gap there. Ruru managed to bring him down. No worries, Andrew, man. Rugby is a game for all sizes, fortunately, so that to me sounds like a prop. What website can I use to make bets for the rugby games? Oh, there's loads of them, man. Talia has just been penalised for his work at the breakdown. What did the Crusaders do here? Please don't gamble. Gambling's okay as long as you do it in moderation and only with kind of like your pocket money. It's the same as any other vice for mine. Like, if you want to buy a box of beers or put $20 on the game, kind of up to you, but you don't need either to live. Kenneth, how's it going in New York, man? Federico, hi Mark. Again, hoping the Blues can beat the Crusaders. It's hard, but who knows? Thank you, mate, for the support. It's looking very difficult at this point. I will admit, you are correct. Very difficult. Soul Zero, 2 cents. Gotta say, these Blues are infuriating to watch. You're preaching to the choir, man. Absolutely. He's missed it. Thank goodness for that. Still a 2-score game. Not his best kick. The Blues should definitely take 12-0 at halftime. Yeah, Alaran, that was not a great one. That was a pretty poor strike. Did Moonga miss? He did, Rio, mate. I don't know how he missed it, but he missed it. Luckily, the championship has a final match. At least there's a minimal illusion that there is some surprise. Yes, agree, mate. Instead of last year's one where there was no final, this way is much better. Johnny says it's the worst game of the weekend. Yeah, this weekend's had a lot of good games, and this one is this one's not included so far. Still 40 minutes to go, and Josh says the Blues are clueless, and I can't argue with you. I can't argue at all. I just want halftime to come now. The Chiefs. Crusaders have still got advantage. It's Mike Talia again for being offside. Does Richie take another shot, or do we just go to touch, have one last crack? Havili's going to have a shot at the sticks. Okay, a long range shot. Yeah, while David Havili lines this one up, I've still got this question from the bottle cap. Trivia time. It's an athletics question, I believe. Maybe I've just kind of given a spoiler to the answer because it's not necessarily an athletics question. Who was crowned New Zealand sports champion of the 20th century? Spoiler alert, it's not a rugby player, based on me saying it was an athletics question. And Havili looks to have missed it. Did they hit the crossbar? Half time. Bruce McLaren, Valerie Adams, no. It's a man, that runner, says Ducks Quack, and you're close. It is a runner, I believe. And Sebastian has got it. It's Snell. Peter Snell. Wasn't he like a middle distance runner? Half time. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. Do I watch the NRL, Randy? Not really. Not really. Don't watch running. Me neither, Rio. Me neither. Sir Peter Snell, says Randy. Yeah, and Duckswick, that's what I was thinking of. Good man. Let's see what the halftime stats are doing. He held the world record for a bit for the mile. Duckswick, you claim it, man. Nobody can deny you. Guess we got to hope for a game of two halves, Rando. Right. Let's have a look. Possession. 50-50. Territory. 52-48 to the Crusaders, obviously. Knock-ons. Can't take them away from the Blues. 2-4. The Blues have more. Run meters, 173 to 190. The Blues actually edged that one. Clean breaks, 6 to 2. That's the Crusaders. Defenders beaten, 13-4. How many of those are Richie Mo'unga? 4 are Mo'unga, 6 are Jordan. That's 10 out of 13. Yeah. Yeah. Jonathan, mate, hopes I'm well. I'm okay. The Blues are not making my day any easier. Dumb penalties should be a stat. They don't do dumb penalties, unfortunately. They do penalties conceded, but not dumb ones. Penalties conceded is actually 7 to 4. Oh, man. God, the Blues sucked. Yes. Richie needs to improve on his goal-kicking skills. Yeah, actually. It's funny that he doesn't get criticised too much for his goal-kicking, but he's not that consistent. Like, Bodie gets criticised a lot more for his goal-kicking than Richie. But I guess Bodie's missed them for the All Blacks, which is where the pressure is really on. Do you watch Formula 1, MotoGP, Dakar Motorsports? Latoro, mate, I used to watch a bit of Formula 1, but not for some time. I haven't watched, like most of Lewis Hamilton's career has kind of not been when I've been watching some of it. When Schumacher came back into the game, well, who was he driving for? After he came back, was it Mercedes? No, I can't remember. I watched it back then. Like Takuma Sato was racing and Jenson Button and all those guys. But yeah, that's a long time ago. Nice jersey from this season. Federico, this is quite an old jersey actually for the Cardiff Blues. I believe it's quite a few years old. Second half was do or die. Yep, let's hope it's doing. Only 12 points is one bonus, as Jonathan points out. Yes, it's the only bonus of this first half. Oh man, I need to see how many tackles Petafeta's missed. Let's have a look. Blues, player stats, defending. Apparently Petafeta's only missed 1 tackle. Ruru's missed 3. Plummer has missed 1. Okay, if you believe that, you believe it. Last year I thought the Blues were almost there. Me too, Kenneth. I thought, finally, I don't have a team that I'm like embarrassed about anymore. And yet here we are. Latoro, yeah, that probably 2012 was probably when I stopped really paying attention to Formula 1, so it is quite a long time ago. Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes' dominance is as bad as the Crusaders and Super Rugby, if not worse. And yeah, Schumacher came and went back with Mercedes, right? Yeah, I know he's been really dominant. When I was watching, who's the German guy who was really dominant with Ferrari for a while that wasn't Michael Schumacher? What's his name? The blonde guy. He was the guy who was kind of dominant at the time. Cardiff Blues not accepted for the season. Yeah, they've gone through the renaming process, eh? Have we even seen Ioane with the ball? Randy, let's have a look. It's all in the numbers. Blues players attack. Rico Ioane has 4 carries. How did you miss them, man? And a grand total of 6 run meters. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. To put that into context, Kurt Eklund, the hooker, has more run meters. Likewise, Kali Tuioti. Vettel, that's right. Thank you, guys. Sebastian Vettel. Goodness me, my kids are going bananas in the other room. Randy, how did I get the name 2 Cents? I just chose it, man. I wanted to talk about rugby, and I wanted to basically say it's just my 2 cents. I don't have a rugby coaching qualification. I'm not a former All Black. I'm just a dude who likes rugby. So it's just my 2 cents. Sebastian Vettel for Red Bull. Oh, right. Red Bull rather than for Ferrari. But then he went to Ferrari. Morning, Allard. Bro, you've just missed a very painful half of rugby. You're here, so I'll grab another beer and we'll get some trivia to hopefully make me feel a bit better and optimistic for this second half. I'll be back. Boom for the like button. Yes, big VHS here as well. Did we ever get to 50 likes, people? Did we get to 50 likes? Soul Zero is expecting the Blues to get smoked in the second half. You and me both, but we've got to be optimistic. What do we got? Okay, it's not a rugby-related question, and it's not a New Zealand-related question. It's just a sports question. There you go. 5:30 a.m. Maybe too early for trivia. What country won Euro 2012, and what was the score? I assume they mean in the final. What country won Euro 2012, and what was the score? You'd be worth more with 2 Bitcoins. Yeah. Tim's got it. Spain and 4-0. There you go. It's a football question. It was Spain, yeah. Spain 4-0. Who did they beat in the final? No idea. España, says Lotaro. Totally guessed. That Spain side was pretty good back in the days. It was pretty good. Soccer, yeah. Soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. It was Spain that won it. England, yeah, no, England haven't won anything for a long time in the football. Oh man, we still got 40 minutes to go. The Blues. The Blues. The Blues, the Blues, the Blues. That logo looks weirdly like Cardiff's logo, Allard. It is Cardiff's logo, believe it or not. Randy would rather watch snail racing than soccer. I used to actually quite enjoy the old soccer football back when I was living in China. But at some point, the diving just got too much, eh? I couldn't hack it anymore. I forget which tournament I watched. It may have been that Euros. I think it was a World Cup, though. I couldn't handle the diving. It just drove me bananas. So I couldn't do it anymore. Just the play acting was terrible. Yeah. Spain 2008-2012 was great. After that, quite a regular. Yeah, man. Back in those days, I used to love watching like Fernando Torres and David Villa and all those guys. How are the children doing? Yeah? Get any Argentinian beer in New Zealand? I don't think so, Ricardo. One guy did try to send me some Imperial, but it got stolen in the mail by the customs service, I guess. Any fresh news about the Pacific teams joining Super Rugby Federico? We have conditional approval for a Moana Pacifica side and a Fijian side to join Super Rugby. Yes. Yes. Stalia would rather play than watch football. Nice food, only watches the World Cup. A lot of New Zealanders are like that. The guys are marching back onto the field for the second half. We are not too far away. As a Blues fan, I can only hope the performance levels are a bit higher in the second half. Who would you pick as the All Blacks starting back trio, Brian? It's hard because Savia is now injured. Kane is now injured. In soccer, I cheer for Iceland. We have lots of Icelandic people in Manitoba. Is that right? Did not know that. Do I follow any football team at all? Matthew, I used to follow Liverpool, but that's a long, long time ago. I used to follow them when they were under Rafa Benitez and like Dalglish came back, and even Roy Hodgson. But yeah, I haven't followed them for quite some time. The diving getting penalised for brushing someone in football is the reason. I looked for a contact sport and found rugby, Tomo. Yeah, honestly, I couldn't take it anymore. Guys going down like they've been shot when they just get lightly brushed onto, and people accept that as the norm. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't do it. What's for dinner, Alad? I'm not sure. What is for dinner? Chicken. Mushrooms. Bok choy. Sounds good. Right, Black is lining up a shot at goal in this second half, so the Blues may actually get on the board. Hey, the Blues went got a penalty. 12-3. And yes, Wayne, I am drinking the Old Spates in honour of the Highlanders, who did manage to beat the Crusaders at this very ground. Wallabies, mate, I am at 50 now. 41-50. Can the Blues successfully exit their own half without conceding any points, having just scored, or will they concede points straight away, as we are like to do? Hey, we're going to concede some points, as we're like to do. What did I just say? No pineapple, Alad. I'll have to check if there's any pineapple. Alad, if you've got a VPN, go to an American server and jump on ESPN Fans on YouTube. It's a YouTube channel called ESPN Fans. They're live streaming it. Shonik has just pointed out the same. In Argentina, the most popular brand of beer, encouragement says Quilmes. However, the quality of Imperial is very good too. I wish I could get it over here. Like I said, one guy tried to send it to me, but I don't think you're allowed to send beer because it got taken away by customs, I'm assuming. Jerome Connor used to be our neighbour. My brother would stand in his driveway wearing a Hurricanes shirt and would chase him down the road. What? Well, the Crusaders have just hit back immediately, so it is 15 points to 3. God, that's so Blues. It's so very Blues to just give away a gift as soon as you've scored points. That's almost comical. Bet the Crusaders don't make the same mistake. Man, somebody bring down Faingo Nuku. He's still carrying the ball. Geordie or Will, based on current form, Brian? I would say Damien. Right, the Blues do actually have the ball outside the Crusaders 22, so maybe we can get some points on the board. That would be incredible if possible. Oh! Penalty. It is a penalty, straight up in front. We're going to get 3 points. Chiefs money indeed. You can send beer. Just when I looked up, they are very stingy with the quantity. Is that right? Honestly, 2 guys sent me beer. Neither arrived. One from Wales, one from Argentina. So I'm assuming you can't send it. Morning, Charlotte. I hope this match has been okay to watch. The first half was rather painful for my team, Charlotte, but they are only down by 12, which was a relief because they played rather poorly. But good morning. And they should be soon to reduce that down to 9. The ball flew out of that ruck like it owed the Blues money. Tomo, that's one way of putting it, indeed. How about sending wine, Kenneth? Not sure. Nobody's ever sent wine. But if it's alcohol, I'm assuming the same restrictions would apply. So I've advised anybody else not to send me any alcohol because it just doesn't seem to want to arrive. Both sides trading penalties at the moment. Neither side's able to exit very well. Hopefully the Blues can buck the trend now. Gibson's off. Akira Ioane is on. You thought it may have been bad from my vocal intonation. Is my voice giving it away that badly? Maybe Gazza got the bottles and hid them. That's probably true. That sneaky man. I was going to send you beer, but I drank it. Patrick, that's probably the best thing that could have happened to them. Right, we will have a line out around about the Blues 10-metre line. Why does Akira's hair look bluish? I think because he dyed it blue a few weeks ago, but it's probably starting to lose its tone. Right, the Blues need to hold firm in defence, please. The Crusaders have just chucked it into touch. So the Blues will have a chance to get some ball. Blues haven't scored a try yet, but at least we've got 6 more points than we got in that first half. Crusaders have taken the man out in the air, so the Blues will have a penalty. Might as well run it. Otsiri Black deliberately throws it into Blackadder, so we will undoubtedly kick for touch. Crowd is really good. I need to write a note about that. Remind me to mention that later in the review video. Crowd is very good. Is the crowd good because they're playing the Blues, or is the crowd good because this game actually matters because they've lost a couple of games? I'm not sure. You can send anything over a litre or anything. You can't send anything over a litre or anything over 24%. That's interesting. I would have thought, though, if it's addressed to me, customs send a letter to my address and go, hey, we got a package, but it doesn't meet the requirements, so we're seizing it. I would have thought at least some kind of communication, right? Both just went into a black hole of nothingness. You think the crowd's good because it's a long weekend and an afternoon. That could be true as well, but we've had a couple, not long weekend games, but we've had a couple of afternoon games that didn't get anywhere near the crowds like this. Oh. Crusaders win a penalty. Defending their own 5 metre line. Another chance gone for the Blues. Ugg is right. So basically you could send one can of beer at a time. That's funny. There must be some happy customs officers in New Zealand. Oh, I'm sure they did the right thing and just destroyed it without any fuss. Surely. Surely. You need to use a delivery group. I get whiskey delivered from the UK and they organise all the custom stuff for you. Yeah, I figured it was probably something like that. Someone who's like licensed to deliver it, right? And Sean, I guess New Zealand does have pretty strict rules about importing food and stuff like that. Subru ASAP. Johnny, he's gone. Christie's on. The Blues always turn the ball over 5 metre out from their attacking try line. I know. I'm used to it now. It used to be they would knock it on, and it used to always be Tuipulotu, but they seem to have changed tack to turning it over, like now, like indeed, like actually conceding a penalty. So, I don't know, at least they're varying it up. The kids find the Blues' failure to convert at the 5 metre line hilarious. Absolutely, once they safely emptied the contents, they definitely did the right thing, Allard. I'm sure. Crusaders have just won a scrum penalty. I guess the Blues weren't pushing straight. Front row angling in is the call. Why do I watch rugby again? Why do I do this to myself? Jude? Why do I watch the Blues play the Crusaders? You love my daughter's laugh. Yeah, I'll need to think of that the next time the Blues are doing something manic. Coming to New Zealand in May, looking forward to it. See if you can pack away something. Do it, man. We'll go have a beer. Me being depressed about my team and the juniors, he, indeed. Oh, great kick. Blues are going to have a line out. Deep in their own territory. Kids sound like they might be Crusaders fans. At this rate they do, eh? They're loving it. How else would you spend a Sunday afternoon? I could be doing whatever the kids are doing. I'm sure they're having a better time than I am. Bloody hell. How many runs has Caleb Clark had? I feel like not a lot. Clark's had 2 runs. Late to the party, but the score isn't surprising. I'm glad it's still only 9 points. The laughter of children is God's greatest gift. I do enjoy the laughter of my children, it must be said. And this is painful from a neutral perspective, said Allard. As we've had a good weekend of games, Allard, mate. We've had the Force and the Reds, which was a cracking game. The Waratahs and the Rebels was kind of frustrating in a defensive way for the Tars. Like they just couldn't defend to save their lives. And the Chiefs game was an absolute cracking one as well. But yeah, this one's been a bit of a struggle. How long is Fakatava out for? Quite a long time, I believe. Quite a long time. And there's interesting cooking going in the background. Yeah, I got kids laughing, I got my wife cooking, and I got my Blues losing. It's a Sunday. The Blues have forced a man 2 cents rugby to question why he watches rugby. What was my wife's answer? She said, because you're from Auckland. Yeah, there's a lot of Aucklanders who aren't watching this game right now. I'll tell you that right now. Caleb Clark just had a run. Someone said he has been silent all season. He had a good game one week, but he hasn't been blockbusting, that's for sure. Right, the Blues have advantage. What can we do? Plummer throws a big cutout pass to Talia. Talia can't get past Bridge. You watch the Blues because you Blues hard. Yeah, you have to. Tell my wife she's funny, I will tell her. Crossfield kick goes straight into touch, so the Blues will opt for the penalty, I'm guessing. Saying the Tars' frustrating example of defence was a very political way of saying they were shocking. They were shocking. We can assimilate you into the Waikato if you like. Too much cowbell. Cooking and kids laughing in the background is very nice. Yep. Ben's the only Crusaders fan here. Maybe. I don't know. There probably are some other Crusaders fans here as well. Do you think Rico should make the ABs this year? On reputation, maybe, but not really on form at the moment, eh? Aotearoa Black is lining up this shot at goal. Not enough cowbell. It's not sizzling you can hear in the background. It's Auckland shedding angry tears onto their floors. Oh my goodness, he's just missed the penalty. Yep. The Blues kit is nice though. Well, yeah, they got to have something. They're the equivalent of Italy. They have a nice kit, but not good results. Full stadium, but almost silent. Yeah, I haven't got the volume up loud enough to really notice the crowd, but apparently I'm not missing a lot. Who, if not Rico? ALB at the moment is a surefire thing for 13. Absolutely. No question. Kicking's been atrocious for both teams. Yeah, it's not the best, man. Oh, man. Clark's just been caught. Has he released the ball? Yes. The Blues will try and exit here. Hopefully, eventually. Oh, no, the Crusaders do have a penalty. Just move to South Auckland and you can make him a Chiefs fan. Nah, I can't do it, man. I'm a Blues fan. What's worse, cowbells or vuvuzela? I think vuvuzela is worse. Who's captain? They had two captains, right? It was Rico and who was the other one? They had co-captains. I feel for you Blues fans. If it means anything from Case fans, at least you're higher up the table. Crusaders are mauling it 5 meters out after that penalty. This looks like a try. The backs are getting in there. The Blues are holding it. It's peeling away to the side. Over. And I think that'll be all she wrote, people. It's a maul try. It's Cody Taylor. He's not having his best game either, but good enough. Oh, man. Sailor. If the Blues lose this with no bonus point, can they still make the final? I know they can get 20 points if they get a bonus point win over the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are already on 20. What's the points difference, or is it being separated by head-to-head? I can't remember. It's 22 points to 6. Oops, wrong one. Let's change that score first. 22-6. ALB all the way. Yep, agree. Who are we playing next week? The Blues have got the Chiefs at Eden Park. I don't want to go. Anyway. Vuvuzelas are like a needle in the nuts. Yep. That was the World Cup in what, 2010? Okay, the Blues are actually on attack here. Shouldn't have said a bloody word, should I? Anyway, 2007. Got over 50 likes. I'll take that, Matthew. Thank you for letting me know. I can't actually see it on my end. There's always next year for us Blues fans. That's true. 2010 from South Africa. I remember it was a while ago anyway. At least 10 years. Oh, we got 20 more minutes of this. AB should play Nani at 12, ALB at 13. Nani has not been himself this season. But if they don't pick him when he's being himself, maybe they want him to be somebody else. As in a distributing, kicking 12. He's not been a blockbusting 12, that's for sure. Can we get to 80 likes? I don't know, Ellen. Maybe. 80 minutes in the game, 80 likes, it's possible. We got 82 people on the stream at the moment, so. You are literally feeling blue at the moment. Little. Yeah. I shouldn't stream Blues games, eh? Shouldn't stream Blues games. Johnny! Thank you, brother. You're the first one for today. Thank you, man. Cheers. Where's Gaza? He's at his place. He's at his place. Maybe I should send my mum a message to ask how Gaza's doing. How is Gaza feeling about this one? Cheers, Johnny, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's at his place. He's no doubt watching the rugby. Thank you for that, man. Very kind. Yeah, I'll see how he's feeling. Clark's too one-dimensional. He's been found out pretty quickly by most teams. I want to look at his stats, eh? I reckon he has been kept pretty quiet this season, but I want to do the numbers to give me the kind of, statistical backing. I love having the numbers to back up what I'm thinking, because sometimes it doesn't play out that way. You think something, oh, that guy's been quiet, but then actually you see, he makes a ton of tackles. You don't really notice it. Did the Blues not just knock that on at the back of that ruck? They did. I must have given him the call. It was unbelievable. The Blues are like a professional rugby team, eh? I think so. I think these guys get paid to play. Tackle. Yeah, they need to tackle. Oh yes, Charlotte. Have a lovely evening with your family. Thank you, Charlotte. Yes, I won't let this get me down. I will finish my drink and I will finish this game and we'll sit down with the kids and I will tell my son off for being too slow with his dinner. But yes, I'll read them some stories and have a little play before I put them to bed. It should be a bit of fun. Thank you, Charlotte. I hope you're doing well over in the UK. I hope your daughter did all right with her exams. I know it was a bit of a tough one for her this year. But thank you. That's very kind of you. My mum has replied to my question about Gaza and his feelings about this game. 2 words. Not surprised. That's what it's like for Blues fans watching against the Crusaders these days. They're a professional team, aren't they? That's what Dragons fans have been saying for ages. So it's not just us Blues fans, eh? Tell them stories about the times the Blues used to win. Yeah, kids. Back in 2003, when your dad was a university student. Don't tell Garrett off for eating slow. Tom eats like a ravening wolf now, age 19. Okay. I'll try to ease off. I'm drunk, get drunk with us 2 cents. Yeah. Right, the Crusaders have got a line out. It's like 8 meters from the Blues line. Inside ball. Reese. The Blues took that one out, so set play didn't have the desired effect, but the Crusaders have still got the ball and they are still on the attack. The Blues suck today. Sorry, Brosis Tama. You're honest, man. I'm not going to argue with you because we're all seeing the same thing. But hey, there's a bit of good news. The Blues have actually won a penalty on defence of their own lines. They keep it 22 points to 6. Knowing Gaza, the only 2 words could have been run it or tackle, I suppose. Beth is still in hell with her GCSEs. Exams, no exams. There's still exam-style assessments 1 to 3 every day for the next 5 weeks. Bloody hell. What do the Blues need to do to ascend to the next level? I don't know, Xavier, mate. I wish I knew. Hard watch, the Blues just lack touch all over the park. Yep, Alaran, that's also pretty fair. They've not looked... They look like a team that's playing their first game of the season, right? Just the execution's not there. They look like it's like a preseason game for them. Even the Crusaders don't look as good as they normally do, but they're certainly looking a lot better than the Blues are. It amazes me that teams can play so differently week on week. Yeah, that's true, Charlotte. That is very true. Hire and then fire Warren Gatland. Maybe Gats can bring some glory. Oh, the Blues have knocked it on. Bring back Carlos. Black hasn't carried his early season form. You're right, man. He was on the bench for a reason because he's not been playing that well recently, and it's getting worse. I should go spend some time in the garden later, shouldn't I? That'll be a good detox. I want to see what the knock-on count is at. 6-3 so far. I'm sure it's 7. It's probably not updated yet. Yeah, handling errors according to ESPN was 6-3, but I would say it's now just updated to 7-3. So yeah. Scarlets versus Dragons today, so you never know. You might end up feeling like this later, Ellen. I think that game's on at like midnight over here, eh? Midnight. I'm usually in bed by then. Happy to let Gatlin go to the Blues as a Chiefs fan. That's win-win. If you're not watching the game, we're 67 minutes and 32 seconds in. The clock has stopped while they give some treatment to one of the guys on the deck. I can't really hear the commentary. I assume they're trying to big up the game, but it must be a bit of a mission. How's the whiteboard doing, Sebastian? The whiteboard's good. It's over there. It's got a Munster and an Ulster flag draped over it. And then the original whiteboard's over there in the corner. It's got children's drawings all over it from when me and my son played the army shooting game with each other. So, yeah. 1 p.m. for you in the UK, Ellen. Yeah, I think it's, with our daylight savings having moved, I think it's like a, that sounds about right anyway. $2 a.m. where Federico is. That's commitment, man. Have you just woken up or not gone to bed? Probably the latter. This will put the Crusaders on 28 points and the Chiefs on... the Chiefs and Crusaders should be the finalists. They're the two best teams by a mile. By a mile. Chiefs have got 2 more wins than the Blues do. Did I really say something about the Highlanders in this game? The Blues have knocked it on, I don't know. Rough weekend, Blues, Reds and Tigers all losing. Sometimes that's the way it goes, eh? My permaculture friend asked for an email to send about your garden. 2 cents rugby at outlook.com. I went to get another bottle of wine and I come back to a worse scoreline, Kenneth. Yep. It's 22-6. Blues have to win next weekend with a bonus point. With both teams on 20 points. Who goes through Aileron? Yeah, I'm not sure if it goes head-to-head based on the team's results with each other. Whether it's points difference, whether which side has the most wins. I actually haven't looked up the fine details of who goes through. But someone can tell us if somebody knows. Federico's having a hard day. Me too. You got your brother in hospital for COVID. Bro, I hope he's okay. My day is nothing compared to your day then. I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish him a speedy recovery, man. If he's a young man, then hopefully he will be okay. Fozzie must be thinking, watching the Blues ABs and thinking WTF. Yeah, there's a few Blues guys not really looking like All Blacks, eh? Blues have to score 4 tries against the Chiefs. Odds aren't good. Yeah, Aileron, I don't think the Blues need to worry too much about having to go to Christchurch in a couple of weeks again. And there's a fly on my TV. There goes Akira. Go, Akira. Nobody's with him. Papali'i. Come on, Blues. 1 try. Please. Consolation. Penalised. not releasing the ball. 10 minutes to go, Jude. At least it wasn't a knock-on. At least it wasn't a knock-on. That's true. Mataela did really well to get over that ball. He is now in good hands. That's good news, Federico. That's reassuring. Could be extra time still. I don't see it happening. I don't want any more of this game than I need to watch. Let's get it done and dusted. 9.5 minutes to go. Nice food. I cannot hear Marshall, thankfully, so that's probably good news for me. Support on line breaks. Yeah, Josh, man, like, how the hell was nobody able to keep up with Akira, or at least catch up? That was such a big line break. Nobody was with him at all. Like, nobody knew what was going on. Oh, Crusaders, another penalty. Only one flow on the TV. Tried 10 on mine in Australia. Australia living up to the stereotype then. Oh, did the Crusaders just miss touch? I don't believe it. Alex Ball says, let's go Crusaders. Your boys are looking good, man. Well, not even that good, but they're looking a lot better than the Blues, who are looking pretty rubbish. Disappointed the Blues let us down again. It's just what they do, man. Did Will Jordan get that? He thinks he got it. Did Will Jordan get it? TMO needs to have a look. On-field try. 72 minutes. Will Jordan. Could you describe what you most want to do with your garden in 60 seconds? Just mostly what your plans with it. Selling crops, using for healing purposes, eating crops. Drunk, mate. I have a small front yard which gets a decent amount of sun. The soil on one part of it is full of clay, which I'm assuming I need to amend to make it more suitable to growing crops or maybe getting a raised garden. I would like to plant some maybe sunflowers or lavender to attract some bees, and preferably plant some plants that I can eat. Blueberries are already on the list, but I know they require quite acidy soil as we look at Will Jordan trying to score a try. What a try, says Alex. So there you go, Ben. It's you and Alex that are the two Crusaders fans here today. It's not just the one. Look at those reactions, man. That's a magic try. I gotta say, it's a magic try. Jammy, awesome player in the comp. That's an unreal try, says Callum. Absolutely. I'm a Blues fan, and even I can enjoy that one. That's a great bit of reaction. That's like, they're slowing it down, but his reaction times are phenomenal. Very nice try. This is a massacre, people. Oh, and Mr. Racing is also a Crusaders fan. So there's a few of you guys, man. You guys should be enjoying this one because your teams look pretty good. Will Jordan's having a special performance, as usual. I mean, look at that. In full speed, he's just like, whack. Unbelievable. Drunk, no worries, man. I'm happy to talk about the garden. Thank you, sir. Very kind. Is he going to kick the conversion? That's the question. Raised in Canterbury, but I live in Auckland. I hope the Blues are at least your second team if you live here. I don't mind you sticking with your guns. If I moved to anywhere, I would support their team. Maybe not against the Blues, but I would certainly have them as my second team. I gotta admit, growing up, that's one thing that kind of irked me, was a lot of away fans at Eden Park were actually locals, but just supported other teams. And yes, that was an amazing try. 29-6. Can the Blues keep the Crusaders to less than 30 points? The Blues have just been sad, says Curtis. Indeed. And Alex, I'm glad to hear the Blues are your second team. It's a bit of a mixed bag for you. You got a really good team as your first team and a really frustrating team as your second. It's like they have a cheat code enabled. I don't know about that, Shonik, man. Maybe. Either that or the Blues are just those guys who are just like, now what does this button do? It's my first time playing this game. What does this button do? Concede stupid penalties? Oh, okay, let's push that one. What does this button do? Knock the ball on? Okay, let's push that one. My garden will be lovely. Clay isn't so bad if you get it to drain. Very good at retaining nutrients. If you can't get it to drain, raised beds sound fab. You have so many bees. Yes, Charlotte, that's the plan. Part of the soil seems to have already been amended because it's not too clayey, but the one on the side on this part of the house is just like you dig that far and it's just rocks of clay that you can't, no worms can get in there, no roots can get in there. It's horrible. But I've been trying to amend it with my compost, so yes, we'll get in there. Good to have some beer to drown out your sorrows, mate, with the Blues underperforming. Yeah, man, it's good to have you guys here to at least have a wee rant with and moan. I hope I'm not getting you guys down. I'm still having fun, even if my team sucks. How many squared meters are we talking? I don't actually know, eh? From that area, how wide would the garden be? Like 4 meters wide? Like 4 meters that way? 3 meters that way? And then that way is like 6 or 7? Because I want to save some spot for the kids to play. It's a pretty small area. It's not much. Yeah, how's Nipolalala thinking about that move from the Chiefs right now, eh? Not ideal. Oh, Peter Feder's knocked it on. Leon McDonald, what do you do from here, man? You finished your bottle of pump. That thing is empty. Pump is a brand of bottled water over here. Did the Blues just decide to butter up their hands before the game started? Probably. Quiz. I don't have any quiz. Nice food. I've used both of them already. Really can't wait for the rematch between the All Blacks and England. Yeah, that'd be a good one. With raised beds, you can increase your planting density for edible foods easily. Mine are no dig too. I like the idea of no dig, Charlotte. That's true. Tell you what, mate. Couldn't get us down. This is one of the things I look forward to every weekend about New Zealand rugby. Is this the comp I know least about? I still love the sport and people to enjoy. Exactly right, man. You got to enjoy it, even if your team lets you down. I'll watch the stream again later, but while sober and have the email sent to you as soon as can be. No worries, drunk man. Take your time. Get some sleep. Get some rest. It's almost winter here, so there's not much I'm going to be doing with my garden anytime soon anyway, other than digging compost into the soil. That's pretty much the plan. Blues playing like the Waratahs right now. Now, Sammy, I think Blues v Waratahs right now would be a pretty good game. I think that'd be a game to watch. What are the thoughts on the Pacific joining Super Rugby? It's good that there's going to be more than just the 5 Kiwi teams and the 5 Aussie teams. I'm optimistic, as always, that the Drua especially can do well from Fiji, and I hope the Moana Pacifica side can sign some decent players. I hope it genuinely leads to guys either based in Europe or Japan coming back to this part of the world to play sport more locally, and more experience for guys who are Samoan and especially Tongan, rather than Fijian because they've got their own team, but I know the Fijian guys are eligible as well. I hope those guys can get some experience at Super Rugby level and then go on to represent their countries at Test level. More opportunities for guys from those countries is what I hope for. Yeah, that's pretty much how I'm feeling right now, buddy. You taking the bottle caps? Okay, you go have your dinner. This game's almost finished. Okay. Time left, fit by. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds. Have you tried building your own compost pile? I'm using Bokashi compost drunk because I don't have much space. If you know that system, it's a pretty low space requirement one, low effort, but it seems to make good compost. You can plant green manure over winter and help break up the clay too. I'm getting some trees shipped as well, so hopefully I can use that to mulch some of the land as well. I know it takes a while to break down, but yeah. See you, Alex, man. This game's almost done. 40 seconds left. $30 seconds left. The Blues have got it their own. 22. All they can do is run it from here. How's the job hunt, Curtis? I haven't been looking, man. Bunch of people signed up to Patreon, which is awesome. Probably not enough to live on, but I've still got redundancy money. People have been real generous this month on the live streams and whatnot, so we'll see how we get by. This game is almost going into the red. 5 seconds left of regular time. Thank you, gents, for the super sticker, Mr. I. That's deceptively hard to remember username. And Mr. Drunk says game clock on video fund. Thank you, brothers, both of you, for that. Finish this off. Thank you all for coming along. Simon, yes. Charlotte. Wow. That's an interesting technique, Charlotte. I'll have to investigate that one. Yeah, happy Anzac Day, everybody. Ricardo and Mr. Drunk and Kenneth and Matthew and Shonik and everybody. I would say it's been fun. I mean, the stream's been fun. The game was pretty painful as a Blues fan, and the game for you neutrals probably wasn't the most entertaining one, but for Ben and Alex and the other Crusaders fans, Mr. Racing, like, good job. You guys have got a home final. Your team's looking the business once again. Anyway, take care, everybody. Thank you. Yes, happy Anzac Day. See you, Blake. See you, Patrick. See you, I. See you, Brooke. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys for another one soon. See you.